Hare Krishna. By the time the age of Kali ends, that is after 4 lakh years, the bodies of all creatures will be greatly reduced in size and the religious principles of followers of Varnashram will be ruined. At that time, the Supreme Personality of Godhead will appear on earth. Acting with the power of spiritual goodness, he will rescue eternal religion. In Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam 12th Canto, Śukadeva Gosvāmī told Mahārāja Parīkṣit, Lord Viṣṇu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the spiritual master of all moving and non-moving living beings, and the Supreme Soul of all, takes birth to protect the principles of religion and to relieve his saintly devotees from the reactions of material work. Lord Kalki will appear in the home of the most eminent Brahman of Sambhal village, the great soul Viṣṇu. Lord Kalki, the Lord of the universe, will mount his swift horse Devdutt and sword in hand, travel over the earth exhibiting his 8 mystic opulences and 8 special qualities of Godhead. Displaying his unequaled effulgence and riding with great speed, he will kill by the millions those thieves who have dared dressed as kings. After all the impostor kings have been killed, the residents of the cities and towns will feel the breeze carrying the most sacred fragrance of the sandalwood paste and other decorations of Lord Vasudeva, and their minds will thereby become transcendently pure. When Lord Vasudeva, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, appears in their hearts in his transcendental form of goodness, the remaining citizens will abundantly repopulate the earth. When the Supreme Lord has appeared on earth as Kalki, the maintainer of religion, Satyug will begin, and human society will bring forth progeny in the mode of goodness. When the moon, the sun, and Brahaspati are together in constellation Karkat, and all 3 enter simultaneously into the lunar mansion Pushya, at that exact moment, the age of Satya or Krita will begin. The Supreme Lord Viṣṇu is brilliant like the sun and is known as Krishna. When he returned to the spiritual sky, Kali entered this world, and people then began to take pleasure in sinful activities. As long as Lord Shri Krishna, the husband of the goddess of fortune, touched the earth with his lotus feet, Kali was powerless to subdue this planet. The age of Kali comprises 1200 years of the demigods. From your birth of up to the coronation of King Nand, 1150 years will pass. Kali will have his full strength beginning from King Nand and his dynasty. Those who scientifically understand the past declare that on the very day that Lord Shri Krishna departed for the spiritual world, the influence of the age of Kali began. After the 1000 celestial years of Kali-Yuga, the Satyug will manifest again. At that time, the minds of all men will become self-effulgent. Devapi, the brother of Mahārāja Santanu, and Maru, the descendant of Ikshvaku, both possess great mystic strength and are living even now in the village of Kalap. At the end of the age of Kali, these 2 kings, having received instruction directly from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva, will return to human society and re-establish the eternal religion of man, characterized by the divisions of Varna and Ashram, just as it was before. The cycle of 4 ages, Satya, Treta, Dwapar and Kali, continues perpetually among living beings on this earth, repeating the same general sequence of events. My dear King Parīkṣit, all these kings I have described, as well as all other human beings, come to this earth and stake their claims. But ultimately, they all must give up this world and meet their destruction. Even though a person's body may now have the designation king, in the end, its name will be worms, stool, or ashes. What can a person who injures other living beings for the sake of his body know about his own self-interest, since his activities are simply leading him to hell? The materialistic king thinks, This unbounded earth was held by my predecessors, and now it is under my sovereignty. How can I arrange for it to remain in the hands of my sons, grandsons, and other descendants? Although the foolish accept the body made of earth, water, and fire as me, and this earth as mine, in every case they have ultimately abandoned both their body and the earth and passed away into oblivion. My dear King Parīkṣit, all these kings who tried to enjoy the earth by their strength were reduced by the force of time to nothing more than historical accounts. Hare Krishna.